Why was it so important to risk that reputation, all of that trust, all of that capital for this moment?
Because I really care about this country. And there couldn't have been a life like mine, a career like mine, a success like mine, without a country like America. Only in America could there be a me.
Wrangler, yeah. Well, this is we're revealing it to Jenny right now.
I'm on it. I'm counting the points every day, and slowly it's happening.
Hollywood is a land where dreams are born and secrets are hidden. But what happens when those secrets start to emerge? When the sparkle of fame fades and the truth starts to come to light?
By the end of the day today, I'm gonna be broke as shit.
Fans are expressing concerns for Colleen Hoover after the It Ends With Us author posted a distressed video on Instagram. Sipping on a Diet Pepsi, Colleen reveals her merchandise is being marked down.
And my boss, Stephanie, put all of my merch on sale for $10 an item. That's like 5 times cheaper than what I paid for each item.
Today, we're diving into a startling revelation that's got the entire entertainment world talking. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential figures in media, has made some audacious claims about none other than Blake Lively.
Jenny Slate has not officially confirmed that she is one of the co-stars that Blake Lively is alleging also felt uncomfortable by Justin. A Hollywood Reporter alleges that one of those women is Jenny Slate. The internet assumes the other is young Lily Isabel Freire. There's also Blake Lively's sister, who she may try to pull in if she needs someone to have her back, which would be very embarrassing.
Yes, you heard that correctly. The same Blake Lively, adored for her iconic role as Serena van der Woodsen in Gossip Girl, is now facing accusations far darker than anyone could have imagined. Blake isn't just another Hollywood A-list. She's allegedly been pulling the strings, behind the scenes, manipulating the industry, influencing careers, and making decisions that could threaten the future of Hollywood. But why is Oprah, who's typically stayed neutral when it comes to Hollywood politics, speaking out now? And what are other celebrities saying about these shocking revelations?
You need to surround yourself with people who are going to stimulate, inspire, and lift you up, who are going to give you energy and not take energy away from you. And if you're around people who are taking energy away from you, that's an energy drain, and that is the sign from your instinct, your inner voice, your intuition to say, let them go.
You've been hitting Fashion Week. I know you were at Ralph Lauren's on Friday night. It was so gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, it was so. I mean, Oprah was there next to Robert De Niro.
Wasn't it crazy?
Spielberg, and it was so surreal. I just was like pinching myself the whole time.
Me too. I kept pinching myself because I walk home from work. That whole runway is my walking home from work. I was like, it's amazing what they've done to the place.
It's like couches in the middle of
It was
Central
just
Park.
gorgeous.
I mean, it was so magical. And I introduced myself to Oprah. I was so nervous.
Wait, you've never met Oprah?
Well, I sort of met her once, but she wouldn't remember. And so I went up to her and I introduced myself, and I was just so terrified. But it was the best. She looks at you in your eye. She says your name about 3 times, so you feel like you're the only person in her world.
She shines Oprah. I said that
She does.
it's like staring into the sun. She radiates you from her Oprah-ness from within.
Openness, it's
But
it's-
if you could stare into the sun.
Yes.
Because apparently you can't.
Hollywood scandal you won't want to miss. It, they said. But let's take a step back for a moment. Blake Lively, a name that has become synonymous with elegance, charm, and effortless style, first rose to fame as the star of Gossip Girl. The show didn't just define an era, it catapulted her into the spotlight, making her a household name. But Blake wasn't content to stay in the world of teen drama. She successfully transitioned to the big screen, starring in films like The Age of Adeline, A Simple Favor, and The Shallows, proving she had the versatility and talent to stand tall. Among Hollywood's elite,
Hey, how can they be perfect on you too?
Wow, that is a little weird. It's really starting to freak me out.
Blake Lively first stole our hearts in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, a role that she truly fought to get.
They thought it was a joke when I came in because they looked over to see what my resume was. My resume was completely blank. Then I read and, hopefully I did something right because here I am today. We meshed really well together. The chemistry was so great and it just felt so real. I felt like they had been my friends my whole life.
And it wasn't long before Blake's career really took off when she took on the role of Serena in Gossip Girl.
Well, I wish I could have been there. You are now. It's been a whirlwind. I'm working every hour of the day, and on weekends we're doing press. But it's opened up so many wonderful opportunities.
Blake's allure went beyond her acting talent, her high-profile marriage to Ryan Reynolds, her flawless fashion sense, and her seemingly perfect public image solidified her as one of Hollywood's most beloved figures.
People get to where they want to go because they know where they want to go. Wow. Most people don't know where they want to go. A lot of people are going and being driven by what they think they should do, what other people say they should do, what they have carried in their mind for a long time they should do. But the most important question you can ever ask yourself is, what do I really want? Wow. And the answer to that, once you can establish for yourself what the answer to that is, and have everything you do, every choice you make, move you in the direction of what you say your vision is. Right. Yeah. And when you do that, the forces of life rise up to meet you. The reason why most people have such chaotic lives is because they're living in chaos in their head.
From being America's sweetheart to facing accusations of undermining Hollywood, Oprah Winfrey made a statement that shook the industry to its core. She claimed that while some forces in Hollywood may appear golden on the surface, they are actually rotting it from the inside. When pressed for more details, Oprah hesitated, but then dropped a bombshell: Blake Lively. Now, let's be clear, Oprah is not one to speak lightly. As a trusted media figure for decades, when she calls someone out, people listen.
Focusing on what you can control and what you can't, because worry, as you know, doesn't change anything.
Is Blake Lively really as powerful as Oprah is making her out to be? And if so, why is this coming out now?
I feel that a lot of things are on the line, a lot of things are at stake. And if ever you're going to stand up and fight for your country and fight for freedoms that, I don't need the right to abortion, but I believe that the right to control your body and be able to control what happens to you, particularly as a woman person in this country, is essential. It's fundamental. And all of the freedoms that I have enjoyed, the successes that I have enjoyed, I feel that they're on the line and at stake in this moment. And I think there's the bottom line for me is that decency and respect are on the ballot.
Oprah claimed that Blake Lively has been using her influence in ways that are more damaging than beneficial, manipulating projects, controlling Hollywood's narrative, and even blacklisting certain actors and directors. While Oprah didn't provide concrete evidence, that hasn't stopped the internet from going into a frenzy. Is Blake Lively truly as powerful as Oprah suggests? And if so, why is this revelation surfacing now?
Reason why we kind of understood that things were not as they seemed, there was trouble in paradise, is that Blake Lively and the cast of It Ends With Us all mass unfollowed Justin Baldoni as the film was about to premiere. And it was very suspect because Justin Baldoni was the one who first got the option for this book. He had been driving the production literally for years before they even started filming. He was very, very close to the project, and he was nowhere to be found on the press tour. He was the male lead, was the love interest of Blake Lively, and was in no interviews, was not walking the red carpet, and people got super confused. But they thought that maybe there was a reason for it because this film is about domestic violence. So they thought, okay, well, maybe they're trying to separate these characters and they want us to already get into the mindset of this being an abusive relationship, of them being at odds. So we thought, okay, maybe that's the reason why. But then it just kept going and nobody acknowledged it, and it got weirder because they noticed noticed that she had unfollowed him. And then we started to see a stark contrast with how Justin was promoting the film independently, because he wasn't included in anything else, with how Blake Lively and the rest of the cast was promoting the movie. And Blake Lively was doing all of these big, colorful, floral events. She was also simultaneously promoting her new hair care line. She was making this like a chick flick, rom-com, cutesy movie. She was telling everybody like, wear your florals to go see the movie, because her character owns a flower shop. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni took every single interview to talk about domestic violence, to talk about protecting women, and the importance of telling these types of stories with, very, sincere